What's going on, y'all? Back again with another episode of the We Here podcast. This is episode number 10, and I'm your host, Mario, aka Mario the Cameraman. Whatever you know me by, as long as you know me. Back again with another week. Actually recording this on a Tuesday morning. Got up early to record this. It was a Browns game on, so I definitely wanted to include that in this week's episode of the podcast. So that is why I'm recording on a Tuesday morning, because there's no way we was gonna not talk about the Browns game. If I recorded yesterday before the Browns game, wouldn't be able to talk about it. But once again, back again with another episode. Um, Man, I'm definitely feeling a lot better. I feel like last week's podcast, I was going like a little bit over 24 hours of fasting, of not eating. So I felt like I was a little sluggish. My energy wasn't necessarily all the way there, but we back this weekend. Just in case my energy isn't right, got me some coffee. Mm. I know y'all probably think, looking, see the little snowflakes. I'm definitely ready for the holiday season. I don't care so much about like so much like the materialistic things, but it's it's always good to spend time with the family. As you get older, anything that I could want for Christmas, I could pretty much just buy for myself anyway. So like, I don't really care as far as like the gifts and stuff like that. For me, it's just all about the food and the family. No, I got a homegirl. She really don't fuck with holidays like at all. And I kind of get it. Like I don't. I guess like the true essence of like certain holidays, like as far as um, I don't know. I guess like Christmas is like the really one like you give gifts, but I guess like Valentine's Day is included in that as well. But like I said, I don't really care for a lot of those holidays. It's just like I said, it's just all about spending it with your family. When you get older, you appreciate your family more. If depending on if like you're the oldest or the youngest, you know what I mean. Like things get different, as you get older. So it's just good to, be able to see the family on those holidays because everybody busy. They got jobs, kids, wives, all type of shit. So everybody doesn't get to always see each other as much as they probably like. So that's one thing about the holidays. Definitely get to see the family. But when I was young, I used to love fucking Christmas. Like it wasn't even so much about like the presents either, because like um I never had like crazy Christmas. I had a couple good Christmas for sure, but it's like I don't know. I always been that kind of person anyways. I don't really care about like the materialistic things. But like when I was younger. And I still got that same feeling today. Like you got like the Christmas movies coming on. It's like the scent in the air, like all that shit just like really helps like collectively make it like a good holiday. So that's all the shit um that's what I'll be looking forward to so much more is like um I don't know, it's just the vibe of when Christmas is around, you know what I mean? You got I don't never listen to no Christmas music, but around Christmas time I'm definitely gonna be listening to some music. I gotta watch The Grinch. That's every year I'm watching Grinch. Usually I don't like to watch it too early or too late because I'll watch it around Christmas time too. But the Grinch with I think that's Jim Carrey, not like the cartoon version, like the real life version of in Whoville. That's got to be probably the best Christmas movies for sure. But enough about my holiday break. We'll definitely have enough time to talk about that as the holidays come along. But like I said, I got my little snowflake mug today, so I was feeling the holiday spirit. Now it's been a while since I really been, drinking coffee on the pod or coffee in general. But I had a comment somebody telling me that like coffee it helps with I think it was your thought process or something like that. I don't know if that's true, but I definitely feel like I'm definitely more alert, like firing on all cylinders. But I actually have eaten within the past 12 hours, so that probably has something to do with it as well. But yeah, just gonna kind of recap my week slash weekend since the last time we've been here. What's been going on in my actual life? Um, I had a few crazy. Well, I had one crazy experience. I'm gonna get to that, but the first one is at my job. It's been I don't know. It's been an increase of verbal altercations, I'll say. So we had like a meeting, and they was talking to everybody about like what's been going on and stuff like that. And me and my coworkers, we was talking, and he was like, he was more in the sense like, man, I just don't be trying to bother nobody. I just come to my job, do my work and then leave, which is how most people are, you know what I mean? But it's like I was telling them, like, bro, everybody tough at work, you know what I mean? It's like the person you really want to get mad at, the manager, supervisor, whatever the case may be, the person who is higher up, like that's who you really mad. But you're not taking it out on them. You're just gonna take it out on other people. You know what I mean? I like I've had more people talk crazy to me at work than ever outside of the work spot. You know what I mean? But like, it's a safety for a lot of people because like, oh well, I'm just saying words. I can talk to you as crazy as you want. Yeah, for some people, for sure, you can definitely do that. But it's like everybody is everybody ain't going for that. You know what I mean? For me, it's like I'm really there just to do my job. So all the extra shit I really don't care about. But like at the same time, it's like let's just all let's just all be respectful. You know what I mean? Like we all just trying to do our job and go home. But it was kind of funny that they had a whole meeting about it. But like now I think about it, my work kind of ghetto anyways. You know what I mean? So it's like the fact that that's going on anyways. Like it really don't surprise me too much. But it's like for the most part, you don't even be around that many people to really get into arguments. Like it's certain times of the day where you'll be around more people, but for the most part, you're not really dealing with that many people. So for me to get into a fight on my job would be kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Because even if I do have a situation with somebody, at work, whatever the case may be, I don't think I'm ever get too worked up to like want to fight somebody. You know what I mean? Because like first of all, I'm not letting nobody trick me up out of my money, regardless of what the case is. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. That's the type of shit like I be thinking about like when I'm at work stuff like that. Like I'm just trying to come here, do my job, and then leave. But like you definitely got like the worker who acts like they're the boss and they be trying to boss people around, but like they still be doing their job wrong or they'll tell you something wrong because they really don't know what's going on. That's why you gotta look up for the people. I got a couple people that I answer to at work, and like as far as question goes, like I'm doing everything through them. You know what I mean? Like all the other workers that you see like kind of walking around the building stuff like that. Like, I'm not even going interact or even ask them no question for it like that because they don't even know what's going on. And that's a problem on my job. It's a lot of people like they do good work, but it's like everybody want to act like they're the manager. What's wrong with just playing your role? You know what I mean? No matter if you the janitor or whatever the case may be, just like play your role. Like it don't make no sense for the janitor to be trying to manage people on top of that. You know what I mean? It's like you doing too much. Like do your one job and be really good at it, and that's all you got to worry about. Like all that extra shit, like, but you can kind of tell like how some people were like even in high school, just like growing up. It's like they finally get a job and they feel like, oh, like it's a job, like make money. Like I kind of know what's going on. I can tell people what to do. Yes and no. You can't tell everybody what to do because that's the same mindset that confuses people. You can't just be thinking that, oh well, I work here and I kind of know some stuff. I can start telling people. I think you gotta first of all be doing it for a good amount of time where you've kind of seen everything. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's just a lot of things that play into that, and just motherfuckers just be thinking that they know everything. They just want to be in control. And I get it, like you can be in control of your life, but like there's a bunch of moving pieces in your life that you have no control over. So kind of trying to control that is just kind of crazy. It's just gonna stress you out. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Some people actually like doing shit like that for whatever the case may be. To each his own. I'm just only going there to do my job. I'm not worried about whatever everybody the fuck got going on because if they mess up on their job, that doesn't affect me anyway at all. If somebody asks me a question, I can help them. I will help them. But it's like I'm not going out of my way to really be a problem solver for anybody because y'all not paying me to be no problem solver. Why am I solving problems? Mm, this coffee good to sell. I don't know why I'm acting surprised. I made this coffee. I want to know my little secret. I say it's some Folgers. Got to keep that Folgers in the fridge though. It really gets those coffee grounds really fresh and just oozing. But got about 2 or 3 scoops. Um, I think it's Folgers. It's in the blue. It's either Folgers or it's Maxwell, but it's in a little tub. Couple scoops in there. Um, I don't really measure the creamer or the sugar. I don't like it too sweet, and I don't not sweet enough. But I got the perfect mix. But my nickname is Coffee, so the fact that I made a good batch of coffee, it shouldn't surprise y'all, folks. Um, but moving on to the rest of my week. I had an interesting encounter at the gas station. Went to get some utensils, and I'm walking out the gas station, and it's just I'm walking to my car, like kind of where the gas station is. I'm like kind of on the far end of the parking lot, like I'm at a pump. I'm walking to my car, and like it's this girl at the gas station, like she's walking up to me, she's trying to get my attention. She's like, "Hey, yo, you wear cologne?" Like, first of all, like especially where I'm at, like I'm in a spot, so it's like I'm not really talking to nobody unless you address me by my name. Like, I'm not gonna say nothing to you. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like it's the best way just to kind of keep your head down and stay out the way, because like you don't know who trying to talk to you, what they want for you, or what's going on. So pretty much, I just kept that same mindset. Hey, you want some cologne? I just kept walking, kept walking. She's still talking to me like, hey, I know you, I know you. You probably smell, you probably got some cologne right now. You smelling good right now. You probably need some more cologne. I'm like, and finally, I just turned like, no, like I'm good. Like as I'm saying that, it's a dude who's like walking out of the truck, and like he kind of like walking behind her, and then the driver gets out the car too. So the driver, he just got out the car. He's just kind of just saying like looking in my direction, and the girl like kind of still walking up to me. But keep in mind, the dude that got up on the passenger side, he like walking behind her. You know what I mean? So I kind of already know what's like going on. Like even if I don't, I'm just gonna play it safe. You know what I mean? Because my antennas was up. I saw a lot of shit was going on that I could be like, okay, this can definitely lead to a bad situation. So keep in mind, like the girl who's trying to sell me the clone, like it's just like, uh, I don't know. Like, think of a fit if you was like going to the club, like girls going to the club wearing some kind of exposing. She was dressed like that, but like at the gas station. So like immediately, I'm like, that's a red flag. You got these little ass shorts, you got the tatas all out, and you trying to sell me some cologne? No, I'm good. But the dude that was walking behind her, like, I'm kind of peeping his energy, like, it don't. He looking at me like he really don't want to say anything to me, but like I still see him like kind of looking at me, and like I said, I got my antennas going, As I'm looking at him, like he kind of pulling his shirt down, kind of adjusting. I'm like, oh, I know what this is. I'm about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool, girl. Like, I'm straight. Like, I don't need no clothes, nothing. Like, I'm out here naked too. So it's like, look, whatever issue you got, like, he gonna get that immediately. So like, I'm just getting out the situation. You know what I mean? But it's like, damn, like y'all was really about to press me about like buying some fucking cologne. You know what I mean? But like, that's just let you know, like, this scamming shit is it's getting completely out of hand. You know what I mean? Like you can literally get scammed anywhere. It's obviously real bad on like social media. Like you get those like random accounts that follow you or just like comment on your posts and shit like that. Like I don't really be that shit's like easy to kind of ignore. You know what I mean? It's like people requesting to DM you, and it's like they profile. It's like it's a whole bunch of like just symbols and stuff like that. Like I'm never gonna accept no shit like that. You know what I mean? Because I be thinking like anything that it seems like is like not people from America, not be like rude or nothing like that, but like anytime it's like any of those other countries, like I feel like they just trying to scam you. You know what I mean? Because like it'd be so hard to track them down. They're probably using the fake VPN protecting all this shit, so you'll never be able to track them down. But it's like I don't know. This shit just out of hand. It's like I feel like everything is a scam now. No matter what nobody say to me, if I don't know them, like I'll be feeling like it's a scam because like that shit is. I don't even want to say it's easy, but it's like it's easy if you have a good heart and you think people aren't trying to get over on you. The other way around is like no, like because people really is trying to like get you. Like they come off so nice, stuff like that, and still trying to scam you. But I don't know. That kind of it didn't really have me like that bothered, but it was definitely just like a weird situation. Like, yo, was I really about to get robbed because I didn't want to buy some fucking cologne? Like, that's crazy. It's like, first of all, if I'm buying some cologne from be presentable, like I want the cologne should match how the person is and how she was matched. I wouldn't want to wear no cologne from her. And then on top of that, it's a girl selling me a cologne too. So I get it's like, oh yeah, she kind of hyped me up like, oh yeah, like this smell really good on this. Like you need to go ahead and try this. But like at the same time, like I don't even know you. Why would I trust your opinion when it comes to like what you think about cologne? And then just based off like how you looking, like I don't want to smell like I'm finna go to the club and being ratchet and shit like that. Like, I'm on some cool shit. Like, oh yeah, like he cute, he smell good. I want some shit like that. But like the way she was portraying it was that's not the vibe I was getting from her. So I definitely was not fucking with her. But yeah, y'all be careful out there because the scamming shit is real. Like I don't know if it used to be like this, like when we were younger, or maybe we just miss it. But it's like, man, it's crazy from like the people trying to reach you about your car warranty to just social media. Like people are trying to get you any way possible, and it's actually crazy to think about. It's like motherfuckers would rather just scam than to actually do some like good honest work. Because after you scam somebody, how you supposed to feel good about the money you just made? Like, oh, you felt good because you tricked somebody. I mean, okay, I'd rather get money from somebody because they wanted me to give their money, or like the service I did for them was actually meant to be paid for. If you just trick somebody out their money, it's like all that money is dirty money anyways. I mean, you're gonna spend it regardless, but it's like I don't know, you're gonna have to answer to somebody about that. Now I'm not the one who's making the judgment calls, but you know, your day gonna come. You have to answer to somebody about all that bullshit you've been doing. So enjoy that money now, but like I said, you're gonna have to answer somebody for that. Mm. Now, changing tunes a little bit, going about answering somebody. I had a experience at a church. I had ended up at a church. Pretty much I did some service for a church. I'll put it like that. But when I went there, like I got like I got my t-shirt on, tattoos on. I got my shorts on, shit like that. I got the leg tattoos on. But it's hot. It's like I'm not just showing off the tattoos. It's like it's September, so it's still a little hot outside. But it's like when I walked in, do my service and stuff like that, like everybody just kind of looking at me like y'all called for me to be here, and then when I got here, like y'all was kind of just like acting funny, you know what I mean? But then I started thinking about it. I was thinking like maybe because like I had like the tattoos, like I don't know, like maybe the piercings or whatever the case may be. Like I definitely got like that vibe from being at that church, which is kind of weird because like I said, it's 2023, so I'll be feeling like people's like past and shit because I feel like everybody got tattoos. You know what I mean? Like it's more noticeable to see somebody without tattoos than with tattoos for sure, which kind of weird, but like it's like the church. So it was like I don't know, just had me thinking like are churches as welcoming as we think? Now personally, like when I went to church, I never really had like any bad experiences, but just like for me, like it was just finding the church that like really fit me, you know what I mean? Because like honestly, I'm not doing like no long church. Like we about to be there for 3 hours. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. You know what I mean? Like I'm all about hearing the word and getting that spirit just moving through me, but like for 3 hours, like I can't even pay. Like there's not a lot of things I can pay attention to for 3 hours. Even if it's shit I like YouTube videos or sporting events. Like it's not nothing that has my full undivided attention for 3 hours. That's why I didn't do that well in school either. Because like damn, it's like it's a 50-minute class after a 50-minute class after a 50-minute class after a 50-minute class. Like it's just too much going on. I can't do it. But as far as like finding the church that kind of like is more fitting for you, you know what I mean? Like I want to see like people in there that definitely um look like me. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a black church, but it's like I also don't want to be in churches like full of white people. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know. That's how I feel about the situation. But like I said, it just had me thinking like, are churches as welcoming as we think? Because I'm not somebody who naturally goes to church. I've been a couple times, but it's like I never, like I said, I never had bad experience. But like just that experience I had, like I wasn't even going. I was just there doing the service there. Like kind of had me thinking like, damn, it's like this shit don't feel welcoming at all. And anywhere I don't feel welcome, like, I'm not going to be there. It's flat out. Like you don't got to convince me or nothing like that. Like I'm just not gonna be there, But yeah, that's just where I'm at with it. I did want to touch a little bit more on that, but it's been brought to my attention that we got to go to commercial. So I will see you guys on the other side. All right, shit, we back again. But I wanted to keep touching on that just a tad bit more about the church. But like it had me thinking because my last podcast, I don't want to, piss off the people who it may offend and can actually take some challenge. But I think some things I was talking about in my last podcast is the reason that it kind of messed me up on the algorithm a little bit because I mean if you go back to the last podcast see what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about anything crazy, but I think it's a sore topic for a lot of people and I kind of spoke passionate about it. So that's why I think last week did what it did. But I definitely want just to tag on the thing with the churches because I feel like, at least for for our society, I think like our parents stuff like that, like it was a little different for them. Like they go to church. Like my granny, she went to church like religiously. You know what I mean? Like she had Sunday service, she had Saturday service, she had Thursday service. Like my granny was going to church like 3 times a week. You know what I mean? But I think the generation is a little bit different. And I think it's basically the things going on or the things that we've been seeing happening. It's kind of like an eye opener for like our generation. I think sometimes the church will take a hit just for that, just because of how people think. But like, and I just think we're in a generation now where like I don't think anybody just I don't want to say anybody, but most people just don't. It's like labeling stuff like strictly as like Christian or Catholic. I feel like everybody has a little bit of a little spiritual believing. And I think a lot of that just comes from like experience, you know what I mean? Because I think growing up, I guess you say I grew up more Christian, but like as I get older, it's like, I would say I'm definitely Christian, but I definitely lean like more spiritual as well. Um, I don't know if it's too much of a big difference, but just like my thought process of it, like I believe a lot of things, not necessarily because like just because I have the faith, but like I said, things I've actually gone through. You know what I mean? I think that gives you just a little bit. It gives you a better understanding because like you're using yourself as somebody who has gone through that example, which makes it a little bit more real. A lot of the stories in the Bible are, I mean, well, they're exactly that. They're stories. So like, if you don't have like a story that can kind of directly relate to that, you might not feel that way about religion. But I mean, it's it's also perspective about how you read certain stories. Like people get different interpretations. Like we can all read the same thing. Like we all might get different. Um, we might all have different perspectives on it just because of how our mind thinks or what we've been through. That's where I think the spiritual aspect comes from a lot of people because like that's like a real example that they went through that maybe having like that outer body experience where they just had like understanding but no didn't know exactly where it came from. So I think that's where a lot of the spiritual shit leans from. But I think a lot of the Christian values is just like examples of see, it's kind of hard to explain. Let me sip my coffee, get my thoughts going. Mm. Man, our coffee was good as hell, but it definitely helped me get my thought going. I'm just in this little rant right here though. But whatever it is, whatever you choose to believe in, spiritual or Catholic, Christian, Muslim, whatever the case may be, I think in this world you got to have some type of faith. You know what I mean? It's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world. A lot of shit that we can't even explain. So I think it's good to have some type of belief because that faith is going to keep the feet moving. And I feel like just in general, that's a great life lesson. Just to keep going. No matter what it is, like keep going. But I think when you have that faith, it gives you um the actual fuel to want to keep going. But yeah, I'm pretty much shop at that. I don't want to get too deep into the church because, like I said last week, I talked about some ish, and I don't think you two was feeling that. But it's all good. Just kind of recap the rest of the weekend though. Had another flag football game this week. We fucking lost. It was definitely frustrating. The team was down a whole man. They have no rotation, nothing. We had like four rotations, and we still lost. Offense couldn't keep it going. Our defense definitely played well. But it was just a lot of things that just happened to make it a fluky ass game that we shouldn't have lost. But we're making some change at the QB position, most certainly, and then everything else kind of fall into place from there. But like, it was just such a crazy game because they're already down a player, and then their quarterback, who was their best player, just running all over the place. He's running for it's fourth down. He's running for a first down, and then he tried to hit a move on me. He kind of went low, and then I went low with him because like it's the thing you do in flag where like you kind of dip your hips so they can't pull, and he went to do that, but like he kind of fell backwards, and I pulled his flag, and like he got caught like on his angle, like kind of going down, and then that boy just snap. So not only were they already down one player, they just lost their second best player. So it's like now they literally just found somebody from the Saints pretty much play. Like he played, but like his team wasn't playing. They were playing in this tournament, but dude, he was out there in flip flops, and we still lost. We ended up going to OT. We had a chance to win the game, and one of our receivers he ran like an out route. Our quarterback looked him off, still threw it, short and flat. Dude caught it, end zone. So that was definitely frustrating. I mean, I don't like having ending weeks like that, because it's going to be a whole another week before they play again to kind of get that bad taste out of our mouth. But I mean, all in all, it was fucking embarrassing. You just saying like watch the other games. They had like I said, they had another tournament going on for nationals, but I mean, I wasn't about to say to play like that shit was embarrassing. Like we just lost to a team that we shouldn't even lost. So I'm not about to stay around and like kick it and hang out with everybody. Like this shit is embarrassing. But we're gonna make some changes in next week. Got to get in that dub category. I guess there's a bet going on that another team had with our team because they knew our quarterback talking about that we wasn't gonna win 4 games in this session. I really didn't know what I was getting into before I joined this flag team, but I'm a baller anyways. I don't care what the situation is. Like as long as we got some guys who are balled in, that's all that really matters. But it's like I'm not gonna. It is definitely frustrating on so many levels. But back it again next week. So I can clear the record and get finally get in the dub category because this is embarrassing. Like I'm not no scrub, so it's like when we have games like this where like motherfuckers looking at us like we're the bottom of the barrel of the league, like that shit don't sit right with me. But we don't get it taken care of. Mm. Now for this Browns game. Ah, is okay. Browns game. Browns game. Not a great start at all. That pick six will pretty much start the game. And I'm not even gonna put blame Deshaun for that because our tight end should have caught the ball, and he had another drop like that later in the game. Luckily, there wasn't any defenders close enough to pick it, but it's like shit like that we just can't have happen. You know what I mean? And we started sloppy, but I mean, our defense was showing out, and then we just couldn't score the ball when we needed to. Like it's kind of you got to be easy when it comes to Sean because he hasn't played in a while. But it's like now you're starting to get back in the swing of things. Like you should got enough games where you should have it under control now. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It definitely didn't look like that. We paid him all this money, and it seems like we're still not getting the most out of it. I know it's still early. Um, but I don't know. Just sometimes his decision making is frustrating or lack of decision making. But I don't know. Hopefully that's just growing pains that will get sorted out because a lot of these guys didn't play together during preseason. So hopefully, we turn it around. I mean, our defense looked great. I mean, we did end up giving some points, obviously, but it's like we stopped them so many times. Our offense didn't help us at all. And then fucking Nick Chubb, that shit was wild too. Because I mean, I think just like everybody watching the game, like you saw happening, it looked weird from the angle that we had it at, but like I just remember like looking at from the broadcast camera that they had us showing. It's like he was running. I seen like he was standing like straight up, like a guy's already tackling him, then a guy's coming from the other side to hit him, and like I'm thinking like, that's kind of it looks uncomfortable. Like a lot of those hits that you see, is like, damn, that definitely did not look good. But like, I didn't see that original angle that end up surfacing social media like afterwards because they didn't even show the replay after. Like that's how bad it was. But yeah, it's crazy for somebody who's been so durable for us too. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of was. Um, I don't know why I thought Chubb was gonna get hurt though. I think it's because of how my fantasy has been going this year. Like, so pretty much I had Aaron Rodgers, not the quarterback. I had his number one receiver, Garrett Wilson. Aaron Rodgers go down. This was last to go Monday night. So like this Monday night coming up, and I was scared as shit. I ain't gonna lie. And like I don't know, that felt like quickly crossed my mind, and then like the shit literally happened. Like I was okay, man. I was sick to my stomach. I was getting ready to eat and everything, and like I couldn't even eat. Like that shit fucked up my stomach. And then the edible kicked in, and then your boy was hungry again. But no, that shit was gruesome. That's the thing. Like we have seen a lot of like gruesome injuries like that in sports, and actually don't get any easier to watch. You know what I mean? Because like literally just I don't know. Some people were saying it's a dirty hit, but I mean it's the NFL. Like a lot of these guys, like especially with Chubb, like he a hard runner, so it's like, bro, a lot of times one person not gonna bring him down. So I feel like that's where Minka came in for the tackle just to make sure he went down, and that shit ended up happening. But I mean, I think I just got a bad taste in my mouth from what happened last week. Um, Now Chubb is out, Aaron Rodgers is out, so Garrett Wilson is going to be getting that much love. He got two receptions. One took it to the career for like 70 yards, and the other one like a little short dumpy shit. But I'm damn near ready to give him my fantasy season already. I think I talked about last week about staying strong, but I mean these injuries early in the year are really fucking me, and the ones that are gonna be out, um, I mean out for the season too. It's not like 2 to 3 weeks. It's like Aaron Rodgers out for the season. That hurts Garrett Wilson. Nick Chubb out for the season. Like I don't know. At this point, if I lose another week, like if I lose another like 2 weeks, it's not gonna be good for me. But I don't know. Just saying hopeful. I mean, the Browns are 1-1. I mean, we won one of our conference games, lost another one. I think the conference is still pretty even right now, just with the Bengals losing so much. Um, Got to get that get back when we eventually play, Baltimore. But I mean, these are the games that are really important, especially in our conference. Those are more important than like the hype games that you see. We play like a lot of these high power teams. Like if it's a high power team, but it's not in our conference, like it's a cool game to watch. But like as far as the standings go, it don't nearly mean as much. So we just got to make sure we keep rolling. I mean, I think we'll be fine. Like our defense definitely played well. As soon as our offense really starts to click and really score in all those times that we need to score and not take field goals, leaving in the kicker's hand. I mean, I think we'll be all right. Honestly, um, definitely got the coaching. I think has definitely been better as well. I mean, last 2 weeks haven't been. I mean, I've been the greatest. We definitely played well against the Bengals, but we definitely have some things that we still need to tighten up. But I mean, it's always important to have like a coach who's going to call the right plays and like knowing like his actual personnel to get the best out of not only his players, but to get the best out of the organization itself. Certain guys you want to play certain ways, and you got to put them in positions to do just that. But I mean, I think all in all, it'll be fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine, right, guys? We're good. Fuck yeah. Um, yeah. Getting ready to wrap this thing up. I don't know. I definitely wanted to tell y'all a story. I think I might drop a video where I just do like a story time, so I don't have to worry about like touching a bunch of different topics. Because usually on the podcast, if you got somebody else, like when they say something, you kind of go off them and kind of bounce off that. Another thing, but it's like, well, just me. If I don't say like kind of on topic and like good transition to other topics, it's just gonna be like a big fucking mess going on. So I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing this week. Um, Maybe I can find like a good day to do it. Maybe I'll have it set up, queued up to drop on Thursdays. I do like a little 10 to 15 minute story time. Because I used to always tell stories back in the day. Um, that's kind of how I thought that I'd be good to do the podcast and stuff like that. Because back in the day, like, I used to be like real big on Twitter. Like I was a Twitter fucking fiend. Like all the hot shit that was going on, a lot of that funny shit. Like a lot of times, like you saw that shit come strictly from my account. And like around like it's like 2012, 2014 ish. They used to have like story times on Twitter, and like you just post like pretty much you would tell the whole story just like tweet by tweet and like using memes and shit like that. So I did a couple stories like that. I did like the first time that was like the first time I got my ass beat for messing with this dude's girl. Um I did like the first time like one of my girlfriends in high school cooked for me and it made me sick as hell. And I did like this cat story I told back in high school. Like these all, if you know me, you know these are all legendary stories I used to tell back then. Like I used to have Twitter going crazy with the Twitter stories. Like I drop a story and it's like motherfucker like, oh, do another one. But it's like, damn, you kind of gotta like space out apart. I can't be dropping I wasn't dropping the story every every week or some shit like that. It's like I have stories like boom, I'll post it, put it in the drafts like all right, fucking 50 likes, in an hour and I'll drop the story. They run up quick and sales. So like, I would do shit like that. But that's I think I'm gonna transition that until like on the YouTube channel. I don't think it'll necessarily be a podcast. I think it's gonna make a video. I might have a different background. I might shoot it somewhere else. You know what I mean? But it's just gonna be 100% just straight story time. So I don't have to worry about like other topics and shit like that. I'll come in here, run the camera for like 10, 50 minutes and tell that one story and then just boom, just put it out. I think y'all really fuck with that. I mean, a lot of people who are watching the podcast probably know me from that, you know what I mean? And yeah, shout out my boy Talik. He been showing me love. Like usually when I post the podcast on Twitter and shit like that, he like I mean I guess likes and retweets don't even matter. It's even the same thing. Cause now them likes not hidden. Some of y'all nasty. I've been seeing y'all likes like, ooh, people can see your like you a dirty dog. But yeah, shout out my boy T. He been showing me love. But all that love you been showing got me thinking, motherfucker, you still owe me 25.50 for that controller and that Chinese food. I'll tell you how cold my boy T is. So this is back in the day. He had first got his apartment. This dude was trying to pay the Chinese man a whole bunch of change. And that's the thing about black people. When black people don't want to do it, they'll convince you to do it, and then they'll look at you like, no, it's all the same. So he hit me with that shit. He ain't want to pay the delivery people with the money or with all the change. So I actually had some cash. I was like, fuck, I'll just put it on, I'll just pay with the cash, and then, you can pay me. Like, you got to take that shit to Coinstar, my boy. Like, shit, I don't know. The only place I take coins is motherfucking Coinstar and motherfucking gas station. I ain't neither of them, boy. I need the same money that I paid your food in. I need that back. So T, if you watch this, I need my money. It's been man damn near 10 years and you still owe me money. You owe me for the Chinese food and you owe me for that Xbox 360 controller, the gold edition. I didn't forget about that. That was my no, that you paying for the control live. It was that pink polo hat I gave, and I gave you that discount. Boy, your ass playing. Look, I'll make you a deal. Fuck that, ain't no deal. Give me my money, T. I know. Look, I know you. I know what you be doing. I got your Twitter. I got your IG. Look, man, give me my motherfucking money. See, stop playing with me, boy. And then the worst thing about this dude, T, this is my homie too. This is like really like my brother. Like this nigga T so fucking funny, bro. But nigga, I'm not playing about my money. I want my motherfucking money, T. It's been 10. You gotta owe me more than that 25.50 by now. It's been 10 years, bro. At like 50 cents interest rate a year, I'm damn near like $30. So like, boy, can I get my money? T, can I get my money? I know you watching the podcast. You like it, you show love, you fuck with it. Can I get my money? That's all I'm asking for. And I apologize for the rest of the viewers, but some of you that know me back in the day, I used to be pressing to you about my money on Twitter. And probably doesn't surprise me, y'all. He's still ain't giving my motherfucking money. T, Fambi, Fambi Liberace. I need my bread. ASAP, holla at your boy. You got my number. My number ain't changed. My Twitter ain't changed. My ID ain't changed. Shit, you know what I said. Shit, come on, let's figure something out, my boy. Can we do that? If it's love, let it be love. Just pay my money back. We all good. And you stay with a job, so I know it ain't no issue about no fettuccine. I know you got it, T. I want my money. You hear me, T? I want my money. Damn it. But moving on to a segment that I like to call things I cared briefly about. It wasn't a lot because there wasn't a whole lot of shit going on, but just some things for me. Another round of COVID is among us. Well, I ain't get vaccinated, so hopefully that shit stay cool like it did last time. I ain't gonna lie, I definitely caught that shit like last June. But like, it's so weird though because I feel like I only caught it because I had been working so crazy. Like, I just got done working like pretty much like 10 days straight, waking up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, dealing with all these clients, got all these events going on when I was down in Florida, which I realized I never touched about my situation down in Florida. Eventually I will talk about it. I just really don't have I don't have a care to really talk about the shit. Like if you know me, you kind of know why I was down there when I came back. But for my new audience, maybe when this gets a little bit, I don't even want to say bigger, more views, shit like that. It's just a matter of when I want to talk about it. I don't have the interest in talking about it right now, but that's what's going on. But yeah, I think it was a combination of me just being, just me working so hard in all those days and early hours. I think that's how I ended up getting sick, but I definitely was fucked up. But I guess they got the COVID coming back around. Damn, I shouldn't even put this in my video. I think YouTube gonna try to be funny with the algorithm and shit like that. But I think that if you feel like you should get vaccinated, vaccinated, you should go ahead and do it. If you don't, I feel like that is your choice. Um, yeah, I just don't do good with needles. I get a tattoo, but I'm really not trying to get no shots to be honest with you. But everybody stay safe, wash your hands, and we back to shaking hands with our shoes. Let's get it. Logan Paul first. Dylan Dan his face off. Um, I mean, as much hate as the Paul brothers get, I don't know why y'all putting so much hype into the thing and Dylan Dan is about to win. Like Dylan is about to get mopped up with the floor, and it's not even gonna be funny. But actually, it's gonna be funny because you're talking crazy about somebody's wife for that long. Um, yeah, you don't get what's coming to you. Like I said last week, like you can't just be talking about somebody's wife, think that shit gonna be all cool. He gonna see you at like Philippe Childs or wherever the rich people eat at and whoop your fucking ass. Rightfully so. Y'all can't let that hate drive like actual real facts and opinion. Like just look at the fighters and really take like actually give it a real conscious thought of who you think is really gonna win. Like I think if I ask my mama right now who I think I just showed the two people, just saw some videos, she gonna tell me who's gonna win. Just keep that in mind. But I got Blueface and Cristiano on here. Look, I don't know why I put this on. No, I do because things I care briefly about. Man, blessings for that baby. That's all I gotta say, and I'm gonna keep it moving. But I was gonna wrap up a segment of things I care briefly about, and just kind of spice it up. I wanted to do a little, um, oh, little, little card thing. Um, just like situational stuff. It's almost like a would you rather or if for if. So not going little ATI. If you know what it is, you know what it is. If not, just another way just to get the brain going. So I'm gonna pick a card before we get out of here, and that's what we're gonna end on. Pick a card. This one. Okay, it says, would you rather the world lost women or all sports? Woo! Put me in a hot seat. Would you rather the world lost women or all sports? Ooh, I don't even know how to think about it. I'm basically gonna say all sports just because my mama a woman and my mama is my world. So I ain't no way I'm living without my mama. Or in that case, any of my sisters. But damn, I thought that was gonna be a little spicy because sometimes it get crazy. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of it. I appreciate you guys for tapping in with me once again. Um, yeah, just gonna keep moving and grooving. If your boy can get a like or a comment or a subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. And it's free. So if you got to worry about, it's free. When you watch a video, just like, I'm going to say at the end of the video anyway. So if you're at the end of the video, you can go to like, comment, and subscribe. Just start watching the video as a YouTube video. Hit me with a like, comment, and subscribe. Come on, y'all. Run it up for your boy. This has been another episode of the We Here Now podcast, and we are out of here. Yes, sir.